아이, 죄송했습니다.
What can I do for you?
그 진끈칼 내가 좀 봐도 될까요?
아, 아하,
피가 묻었다.
오,
아이, 잠깐만.
What can I do for you?
오, 하,
선언용 스파이크. 방콤식
Oui,
개미털기래.
monsieur. I shall let you.
문손잡이.
Of course. Whatever.
Merci, mademoiselle.
짜자자자자자자자.
You could ask me anything.
You have been most.
물어볼 게 없어. 지금 할 걸 다 한 것 같은데? 배 조사하기는 할 게 없잖아. 버튼 누를 만한 게. 마스카라, 분말. 이 분말로 지문을 따는 건가?
하,
따라따따따따따딴.
아하,
Of course.
Merci, mademoiselle.
뚜루루 뚜루루 뚜루루. 침대. 다이얼에는 묻어있지 않다. 쓸모있지 않을까? 쓸모가 없다. 파우더로
Magnifique.
You found one, detective? Ah, how exciting! I suppose you'll want to take mine. Too. Of course. What?
Merci, mademoiselle.
You could ask me any.
지문
Am I to be
채취해도
used
되니?
as your-
I would not dare compare you to a guinea.
The answer is yes, of course.
어떻게 지문을 채취할 거냐고? 파우더랑 연애장. 뭘로 지문을 채취해? 따따 따따따라단. 문 손잡이에는 빡가루가 남은 소문 유일한 지문이다.
Come now. Think on what has.
Order and method. That is the way. Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
자취를 감았다. 술에 취해서 들어왔을 리는 없지.
We must. One step closer to revealing the truth.
따따따따따. 전문가의 무단 침입. 진꾸는 범인이
The pieces
아니야.
of the puzzle are finally coming together.
검찰놀이 아가사 크리스티에 왔습니다. 네. 푸아르. 네. 진꾼이 도둑일 수 있다는 채취의 위심이 흔들린다. 누가 그를 모함한 것일까?
I must consider the suspects I have in front of me. Monsieur Hastings. He is keen to impress Mademoiselle Farquhar and claims that he was alone in his cabin working since. Mark Allard, the porter. Evidence suggests a rather amateur attempt to break into the safe, but it was just a ruse. The safe was opened quite masterfully, leaving only signs of a poorly attempted break-in. Mademoiselle Babagnan. I cannot see a motive besides the obvious value of the... Perhaps the best thing for me would be to return to my cabin to think.
자, 일단은 해결은 했는데, 네.
Ah, detective.
범인이 누군지 잡지 못했네요. 구수하고 검찰놀이 하셨을 텐데 아쉽다고요? 헤즐란 나떼님은 네, 집이 있어서 구수하시면은 검찰하실 수 있었나요? 네. 저는 그렇게 공부를 잘하지 못하고, 네. 집에서 논게 9년은 된 것 같네요, 네.
A good detective, better yet, a great detective, will find motive, means, and opportunity.
She found it! Miss Babanian found it! Oh, thank heavens!
I was on my way to speak with the captain. when I saw something shining underneath one of those pipes.
Strange that it was not spotted earlier by any one of us while on the ship's deck.
Maybe the thief was scared and dumped it for fear of being caught red-handed.
Miss Babanian, Anastasia, you saved the day. I can't thank you enough. And you, of course, Detective.
I find Mademoiselle Babanian's explanation of finding the cigarette case rather coincidental.
부하로 빡빡이에요.
The cigarette case has been returned and the coast is in sight. Although, there still remains a part of me that craves the truth.
수상한데?
Suppose you can chalk that up as a victory.
헤이스탕스랑 바바닌 둘 다
A
수상한데,
victory
네.
for Mademoiselle Farquhar, but not in the eyes of the law.
Well, if anyone asks, I'll confirm what a splendid job you did.
Very kind, monsieur. While we are on the matter of truth, Monsieur Arthur Hastings, you are here to oversee the transportation of the penitent Magdalene painting, are you not?
How on earth?
You are aware of my employment, but not of my true identity. Detective Hercule Poirot.
Wait, are you the official that I was supposed to have met on board?
Oui, monsieur. Please, accept my apologies for keeping my true identity hidden. But I had to be sure your involvement with the theft was purely coincidental. When it comes to the nature of our work, trust must be earned.
아, 이탈리아 사람 특징입니다, 네.
A little unorthodox, but I suppose I understand. So you can trust me now?
It continues to grow.
Well, we have a couple of weeks before the gala, so hopefully by then you'll trust me with your life.
One can hope.
그러면 좋겠군요. 따따따라단. 이렇게 해서 첫 번째는 네, 범인을 못 잡고 넘어갔네요. 저기 나온 사람들은 이제 다음화에 다 나올 것 같은 사람들인데, 네. 따따라따따라란. 일러의 돈을 굉장히 많이 썼구만. AI가 그린 거라고? AI가 그렸으면 돈이 얼마 안 들었겠네요. 집에서 불이 나네? 네, 저 시대 사람들은 네. 저 자세로 누워있는 걸 좋아했나봐요. 네. 따라따따. 아, 못된 짓이 아니라 산업혁명과 이제 민주주의를 퍼뜨려 주었네.
I don't think I'll ever stop being amazed seeing such incredible pieces up close.
저게 대단한 작품이야?
One would certainly hope not.
참아야는 막달레나 그림이라고? 눈깔이 아주 표독스러운데? 여성스럽다. 콧구멍? 얼굴? 가슴? 따따따따라라란. 안색? 쌍꺼풀? 눈썹? 이마? 머리카락? 목? 옷? 가슴골? 이마트 트레이더스 우유 1.8리터에 4,000원 판다고요? 원래 네 우유 요새 제일 싼 게 900ml에 2,000원대잖아. 그게 제일 서민 우유고, 네. 그것도 싸다고 우유값 더 올린다고 하던데요? 따따따따따르르. 우유, 네. 네, 물가가 네 별로 오르지 않는 네. 해평성대를 살고 있죠. 따따따따따따. 우유협회에서 이제 외국인들도 한국 우유 먹고 있다고 네. 가스라이팅 시키던데. 왜 멸균 우유를 안 먹냐고요? 하면서 멸균 우유가 아니고요. 네 하면서 한국의 우유는 세균이 살아있다.
What do you gentlemen think of
뭐야,
this
이거?
particular piece?
네, 흑인이 없네요, 불편하네요 하시는 분을 위해서 네 흑인을 만들어줬네요. 네, 이 시대에 흑인이 왜 양복을 입고 있지? 네. 에블린 워백.
Can it really be?
To a layman, perhaps. I'm afraid it's a complete fake.
가짜라고?
Such eloquent and delicate work.
Very observant. But that doesn't make it authentic. You know, even Michelangelo
미켈란젤로도
himself was an
초창기에는
art
미술을
forger in his
위조했다고.
early
이
career.
흑인이 누구를 모욕하는 거야?
See if you can spot the telltale sign of a forgery.
위작의 흔적이라고? 그걸 어떻게 알아 내가? 미술품 전문가가 아닌데. 뭐 균열이 있으면은 증거가 되는 건가 보네? 따따따. 따따따따따따. 자, 소유 보유를 사먹겠다고 하시는 분이 있어서 네, 제가 도저히 참을 수 없어서 네, 반론 들어갑니다. 따따따. 요즘 사람들이 한국의 잘 안 사는 이유. 이탈리아에서 태우는 대한민국 우유를 마십니다. 미국에서 온 포티나도 좋은 우유 마십니다. 네. 좋은 우유 멀리서 찾지 마십시오. 네. 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 외국인들도 K 우유를 맛있게 먹고 있습니다. 네. 찾지 마십시오.
The craquelure is inconsistent across the painting.
저게 실제 CF라는데?
Cheap imitation.
크랙이 일정치 않으면 모조품이구나.
Very impressive, detective. Unconvincing aging is one of the most common giveaways of a forgery.
납득하기 어려운 노화가 위작의 증거구나.
Chemicals used to artificially age the painting, pigments that haven't dulled with
아, 오래된 것처럼 보이려 그러니까.
Sometimes it's as simple as the materials used just not existing at the time of painting. The trustees were quite excited by its arrival, but it didn't take me long to identify its faults.
따따따라단. 저는 옛날에 이제 학교에서 네, 우유를 사면 우유를 살 돈이 없어갖고 우유를 안 먹었는데 네. 네. 우유를 먹는데 이제 엄마 때문에 강제로 우유를 먹는 이제 친구가 네. 초코우유 나오는 날 말고 흰우유는 방검이 먹어 그래갖고 네. 흰우유 먹고 그랬어요. 네. 근데 흰우유는 싫어하는 애들 많아갖고 흰우유 안 먹으면은 이제 우유 막 많이 남으면 다섯 여섯 개 남을 때도 있거든요. 그럼 그거 다 집에 갖고 와서 네. 저녁 때 먹고 막 그랬는데. 예. 초코우유 나오는 날은 방검이 우유 못 먹는 날. 우유는 그냥 먹으면 좀 그런데 네. 딴 거에다 먹으면 맛있더라고요. 무슨 빵이나 이런 거 먹을 때는 우유를 먹어줘야지 네.
Please, call me Evelyn.
요새는 흰우유가 많이 비싸죠 네.
If there's one thing I learned in the short time I've spent with the
아이
detective,
팔로우 감사합니다 네.
formalities and politeness are essential.
They are a cornerstone of modern civilization and must be upheld.
현대 문명의 초석이 예절이야? 근데 벨기에는 왜 이렇게 아프리카에서 학살한 사람들이 많어? 벨기에인으로서 부끄러움을 느끼지 않니, 푸아로?
This city could benefit from more gentlemen like yourself.
Now that the etiquette of our greetings has been decided, shall we finalize preparations?
I was hoping you'd say that. The exhibition area needs to be secured. I wonder if you would be able to lock the remaining doors for me? I'll lock the west wing door when I'm finished there. And if
따따따라단.
you could tie this ribbon around the handles of the main door for me, I'll leave it outside.
방장님도 손 그만 쓰고 싶으세요? 아니요, 네. 따따 손이 없으면 할 수 없는 게 너무 많기 때문에 네. 손을 그만 쓰는 사람은 콘테 아닌가? 콘테? 콘테가 손을 안 쓰고 페리시치를 써갖고 손을 왕따시키려고 그랬잖아. 자, 벨기에에 당해보지도 않고 말이야. 근데 벨기에가 학살한 거는 너무 심하잖아. 벨기에 정부는 모른 척한다 그러고 있다던데 지금. 네, 그건 왕실에서 한 거지 우리가 한 게 아니라고. 네. 따따따라단. 보건실 장국이?
Detective Poirot, have you ever seen some...
Monsieur Hastings,
Yes.
oui.
Mademoiselle Warbeck requested I prepare a ribbon over the main exhibition room. Once I have done that, the rest...
따따따라단. 마스터키 사용해서 잔거. 따따따라단.
Miss Warbeck did ask you to make it look pretty.
One shall complete the task to the degree it is requested. Symmetry is the key, you see.
Oh yes, I see.
이젠 이거 또 털리겠죠? 이것도 떨리겠지?
Everything is now ready for the arrival of the guests.
일본군함 콩고가 콩고에서 만든 거냐고요? 네.
I assume you have the list of guests?
콩고는 이제 바다가 없는 나라라서 네. 군함 만들고 네, 해양까지 끌고 나오느라고 굉장히 힘들었다 합니다. 네.
I am afraid not. It would usually be an essential part of my
잠비아는
preparation.
군함보다 이제 헬기가 많이 나오죠. 네.
Tells me that there is something I did not have time to prepare for.
Would you like me to find Miss Warbeck? Look, there's Miss Farquhar with Miss Babinin.
Seems that they became fast friends after the incident.
아이 잘 가십시오.
Intriguing.
감. 네, 알겠습니다.
Intriguing how?
따따따따따라단.
Speculation, monsieur.
Nothing more. That head of yours is just constantly full of thoughts. Who's this?
I have no idea, but she's sure to turn heads with such a fetching dress.
저 여자는 성깔 좀 있게 생겼는데요? 콧대 높은 거 봐.
I quite agree.
굉장히 자기
And
주관이 강할 것
who is
같은
this
간상인데?
dapper-looking gentleman? Mon Dieu.
Wait a minute. Is that? Well, I never.
저 새끼 뭐 하는 사람이지?
Devil? Forgive me. What are my manners? Detective Poirot.
검찰청장님인가? 반말 막 하는 거 보니까?
Goodness, Monsieur Demire. Poirot is more than adequate for an old friend.
He saves my family from near ruin, uncovers a murderous plan, and still has the modesty to not correct a buffoon like me.
오늘 집에 오다가 쇼커 2명이다 왔는데 다 남자인 줄 알았어요.
Allow me to introduce myself.
여자로는 안 보였다는 거죠? 네.
Heavens, my manners appear to have been replaced by surprise and excitement. Forgive me. Monsieur Demire, this is Monsieur Arthur Hastings.
You've got yourself a partner now. Well, any friend of Poirot's is surely a friend of mine.
자, 이제 네, 쇼커 2명도 오늘 이제 네, 여성시대 들어가서 막 이제 메갈 갤러리 이런데 들어가갖고 이제 글 쓰겠죠? 오늘 길 나갔다가 한남 새끼 봤는데 와 한남 새끼 진짜 남자처럼 안 생겼더라. 한남 극혐 크크크 하면서 네. 서로가 서로 본 거를 네.
Monsieur Hastings has been kind enough to show me the sights of London. A more than adequate guide.
I would take that. It's as often as a blue moon you see Poirot handing out approvals like that.
따따따따라단.
And what is it you do, Mr. Demire?
남자가 못생긴 경우에는 여자처럼 생겼네라고 하나요? 한국 여자처럼 생겼네라고 하면 되지.
A previous field medic, Monsieur Demire now finds himself working for...
With?
Pardon. With his brother.
Need I say more?
자선 사업하는
Everyone
사람이구나.
gather together for a photograph, please. Would you all move a bit closer together for me, please?
따라단. 야, 너 왜 이렇게 한야처럼 생겼냐 이러면 되겠네요.
I didn't
따라단.
realize we were
아,
going to be in the
베리나님이
newspaper.
고소합니다. 네.
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just want the camera to get my best.
아, 야구보다 놀라웠어요. 아, 야구 쉬는 시간인가요? 지금 5회 끝났나?
Okay, if everyone is ready.
짜짜짜잔.
So, Poirot, what on earth are you doing here anyway?
My orders were to see to the safe travel of the centerpiece of the exhibition, the penitent Magdalene. Monsieur Hastings here travels with me, covering and
그림 관리하러 왔어?
Art protection? That's a bit beneath the great Hercule Poirot, isn't it?
탐정 푸아로 키 163도 안 됐다고요? 유튜브에서 키 커 보이는 코디 열심히 검색해야겠네요. 네.
Perhaps you would be so kind as to introduce us.
Ah, where's the fun in that? We have to make sure those
You are referring to my little grays.
little grey cells, yes? Ah, that's it. I've been playing a little game. I've been trying to find a painting to match each of the guests. At least the ones I'm acquainted with.
자, 이렇게 꽃무늬는 이제 앙드레김 네. 선생님이 이게 잘 그리셨던 네. 앙드레 위상실에서 사오셨나봐요.
I wondered, Poirot, do you think you can ascertain which paintings match which guests?
어떤 그림이 내빈객과 매칭되는지?
I can give you a little info. You'll
이런
need to make your own
수수께끼를?
inquiry.
황금 드레스?
Miss Irene Court Smile. She's one you'll want to
아이린
keep your eye on
코스트
in the
스미스.
future arts. Born and raised on a rather affluent estate, she turned her back on her parents in her teens.
어쩐지
to start a
부잣집
new
딸이구만.
life in
자존심이
London as
이게
an
콧대
artist.
높은 거 봐.
She's a very nice young lady.
한국 아이린은 흔적도 없어졌는데. 아이린 주변에 있는 사람들은 항상 이제 키가 7등신이 된다는데. 네. 이 세계에 빠져버렸나봐요. 짜짜짜자잔. 아이린 이분이요, 이분네. 아이린 옆에 서면은 이제 네 항상 구동신 미남이 되는 마법에. 짜짜짜자자. 저분이 아이린이죠, 네.
I will. Or as we are all meant to refer to him as, the Honorable Reverend Horace Mountjoy. He's a man of the church. I'm not sure what else there is to say.
성공의
If you're
성직자.
wanting to keep the lectures to him. Mortimer Aylesworth. If you've not heard of him, I'd get familiar with the name. Eton and Cambridge educated.
어우, 야, 생긴 게 거의 이제 문재인 수염은 달고 있는데? 저 커플?
Johann Christiansen and his glamorous wife Betty Allen.
요한 크리스티안과 베티 앨런. 아내가 어떻게 남편 이름을 안 따라가는 거지?
Betty Allen, the actress.
The very same. They've been here in London for a few years, although she still plays down her boldness for British society.
She did not take his name in marriage?
Allen is her maiden name. Works as her stage name too. A lot snappier than Christiansen.
And his employment?
He's a partner for a private bank in London. He has told me what he actually does many times before.
백순 가문이에요.
And many times I forgot. You will no doubt already know our host. Even
We have already made her acquaintance. Very pleasant.
흑인이 주최자야? 야, 세상에. 1800년도에? 야.
that's everyone. Well, there's Mr. Hastings here. I'm sure we shall get to know each other better.
Anastasia Babana. We met briefly while traversing the channel.
Look at you, Poirot. Got a love interest of your own.
Monsieur Denier, must I remind you of why I am here?
No, no need at all. I know you're strictly business. Let's see what you can do then. And come back to me when you know enough about the...
목표가 뭐야?
So,
잔다르크. 잔다르크는 왜 흑인이 아니죠? 불편하네요.
Everything seems to be running smoothly. You've done a sterling job. Everything except for the bishop and the other trustees, stooges. It was never going to be easy going up against them. All men of a certain age.
아이린 페미니스트인가 본데?
Not used to the idea of change.
남성과 맞선다 그런데?
But they didn't get their way this time. And with my exhibit coming up, this place will finally have a showing they can be proud of.
Mademoiselle Court Smythe believes her upcoming exhibit. I get the feeling she enjoys the accolades and being the center of attention.
Detective Poirot, you're looking much happier being on.
There was a moment when I thought that
Well, I'm certainly glad it did.
As am I. Please.
뚜뚜뚜루루.
오, beautiful, isn't it? Not like the modern tripe Miss Warbeck insists on bringing.
아,
into
얘는
the museum.
보수적인네. 보수 꼴통이네요.
The Lord will not look fondly.
아이린데 옛날 레드벨벳 네. 레드벨벳 나온 지 되게 오래된 걸그룹이에요. 네. 여러분이 체감상으로 한 5년 전 저런 걸그룹이 있었지 않은 사람들이 네. 안 돼. 10년 넘은 사람들 많다 그러죠. 네. 소녀시대가 나온 지 20년이 지났잖아? 거의?
I would hope one's choice of art would not affect one's chances for a better afterlife.
Let's hope not, for her sake.
짜짜짜자잔. 할매 시대라고? 따따따라단. 헤이스탕스와 플로렌스? 상여장 해봐. 우리 사귀고 있나?
Incredible, isn't it? And to think we are all located on that one small planet, revolving around an all-encompassing star.
아, 지금은 네, 지구가 태양 주위를 도는 걸 인정하는 시대군요. 네. 인정을 안 하는 시대면 어쩌나 했더니
To think of all the suffering. I give what I can to charity.
짠.
I'm well aware of where we are. I just want to make sure I'm looking my best for the photographs.
엣지는 언제 나오나요? 안 나올 것 같은데?
And people call me the drama queen.
마누라한테 깍 잡혀 사는구만. 1벌. 선한 사마리아인. 따따따따라단. 이 아저씨 움직이는 걸 너무 바보같이 움직이는 것. 왼쪽에 있는 북서쪽 그림? 걸그룹 그거 소속사랑 팬클럽이 작성하는 거 맞을걸요? 나무위키는 나쁜 거 쓰려고 그래도 네.
아하.
쓸 수가 없을걸? 거기 팬들 다 몰려가갖고 이제 소속사 직원들 몰려갖고 하루 종일 토론해갖고 최후에 남는 사람들이 이기는 거잖아.
Pleasure to see you again, mademoiselle.
I've been looking forward to us bumping into one another.
I must admit, I feel almost...
All that matters is that it was found.
If you'll excuse me, this article isn't going to write itself.
How dare! That might be something you say where you're from, but not here. Not to me.
What a waste of champagne.
I thought this was supposed to be a civilized.
왜 또 싸우는 거야 저것들?
Are you all right, mademoiselle? I hope you did not spill any champagne on your gown.
Don't worry about me. It's only that wretched man that has got some cleaning up to do.
His suit and his mouth, by the sounds of it.
Do not allow this to ruin your day.
I have no intention of allowing such a thing. It would be good to at least schedule a time that suits us both.
Monsieur Christiansen and Madame Hélène have returned.
You are to be the focus of Mademoiselle Farquhar's article.
Miss Court Smythe here is the next big name, and she has been kind enough to offer me an exclusive interview.
Madame Hélène has left via the exit, but Monsieur Christiansen has not gone with her.
Do not allow me to interrupt you.
Ah, you've had more than enough time, detective.
If one is to discover the truth,
잠깐만. 주교 그림이 심판의 날이야.
Why might they be like this particular piece?
예수쟁이잖아. 내가 찾는 답이 아니라고?
That's right. Although I shouldn't be surprised. Anyone else?
포터 스미스. 잔다르크. 잔다르크가 아니야, 얘가? 그래? 나르시스? 아니야? 드센 여자잖아. 드센 여자면은 당연히 야생마 아니야? 따따따라단.
Why might they?
왜? 화제의 중심이라.
That's right. Although I shouldn't be surprised.
아, 성격이 아니라네. 다른 사람. 크리스티안 안센. 일벌. 나르시스.
Why might they?
자만심이 강함.
That's right. Although anyone else?
다른 사람. 웨백. 잔다르크. 왜냐? 여성 흑인
Why might they be like this?
혁명가의 모습이 필요해. 언더독.
That's right. Although I shouldn't be surprised. Anyone else?
에일 스미스. 선한 사마리아인.
Why might?
자선사업가니까.
That's right. Although anyone else?
빠까르. 야생마. 일벌. 열심히 일하는 기자라서.
That's right. Although anyone else?
이제 한 사람밖에 안 남잖아.
Why am I?
성을 안 바꿔서.
That's right. That's everyone. Well done.
전부 정답.
I should have known it'd be no challenge for you.
어려웠어. 뭘 또 소리 왜 지르는 거야?
Okay. I think something's wrong with him.
I think he's having a heart attack. He seems stable. Now's the time to get him to the infirmary.
Oh, there's no need for that.
Wouldn't it be best to telephone for a real doctor?
Monsieur Demire was a field medic. What more of a professional is required?
A field medic, really?
메딕이었어?
A field medic that has seen people in a lot worse state.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend. If I am being carted off, the unveiling must go on. I will not.
고봉이 보면 반사적으로 여자들이 소리 저리 지른다고요? 그래서 집 밖으로만 나가면 안 되겠네요.
You drive a hop.
I'd just like to say a few words.
I'm sure you would.
Thank you all for coming. Here at the Royal Edward Gallery, we are proud to present
그래.
such wonderful works by
제막식인가 보네요.
and standing here with you, unveiling today's centerpiece, the Penitent Magdalene. Really is a special moment for both this museum and me personally.
우리나라였으면 저런 거에다가 이제 플러스 이제 정치인들 이름 하나하나 부르죠. 네. 오늘 이 자리를 마련해 주시기 위해 내빈으로 참석해 주신 우리 미치워이 갑 국회의원 김땡땡님 위원님 한마디 말씀 계시겠습니다 하면은 어쩌고 저쩌고 쏠라쏠라 30분 하고 네. 그 다음으로 인천시장 이땡땡님 또 어쩌고 저쩌고 숄라쏠라 박수 한번. 다음은 구청장 누구님 이럴 텐데 네.
So, without further ado,
영국은 빨라. 자.
Oh my.
Am I missing something here?
Things just got interesting.
it was. It should be.
Is this some kind of joke? Evelyn, what's going on here? Oh, trust you to have no idea. You've really done it this time, girl.
She's done nothing. It's not her fault.
By the grace of God, it's somebody's fault.
I am quite sure Mademoiselle Warbeck is as surprised as us all.
여기 문 잠근 거 그거 푸아르거든요.
Remain where you are.
책임져야 되면 푸아르가 책임져야 되는데. 마운트 조이라고? 마운트 조이라면 불륜 산악회야? 불륜 산악회 맞는 거 아니야? 불륜 산악회?
Responsible for the painting's disappearance.
But who is?
Do not allow any of the guests to leave the main hall.
And what are you going to do?
What is required? One's job.
열쇠 잠근 거 푸아르인데? 이거 어떻게 된 거야?
So, I don't really know what to say.
Monsieur Hastings, this theft may be a new and foreign concept to you. But to Detective Poirot,
what do we do then?
We must get to work. If we can ascertain the thief's point of entry and exit, this may all be resolved momentarily.
벌써 2장? 사라진 막달레나. 1장에선 아무것도 안 한 것 같은데 네. 끝났고 네. 2장이 시작됐네요. 박물관 전시실. 채광창.
아하. 하.
진입했을 수도 있고 아닐 수도 있어? 유리가 깨졌다고? 나사가 풀려있다. 환기구. 꽃병이 쓰러졌다.
아하. 아.
그림용 후크. 곰님 혹시 아프리카에다 하다 오셨어요? 아니요? 아니요. 아프리카에서 방송한 적도 없고요. 저는 네. 카카오에서 있다 왔습니다. 근본 있는 팝콘TV 출신이라고요? 짜짜짜 팬더TV 출신입니다. 중국 영상이 자주 나오는. 후크가 하나밖에 없다. 하나 바닥에 떨어져 있잖아 멍청아.
Hot on the culprit's heels.
굉장히 함부로 도둑질을 해갔다. 부주의하게 제거했다는 거는 네. 저 그림이 마음에 안 들어하는 사람이 파손하기 위해 세볐다는 거죠?
This will not get me.
깨진 유리.
I should consider this further. I should not be surprised by my own.
그림이 어떻게 되든 전혀 신경 쓰지 않았다. 저놈의 담배값은 왜 아직도 나오고 있어? 그림이 어떻게 되든 상관을 안하고 세벼갔다. 신부가 범인인데? 저 신부 그림에 대해서 안 좋게 생각했거든요? 이런 지금 보수주의적으로 그림을 그려야 되는데 이 틀딱년들이 하면서는 그런 거 보면은 신부가 범인인 것 같아요. 아프리카 말씀하시면 발끈한데. 주교가 감상하고 있었다. 채광창에 사용해 봅시다. 오페라 안경.
오.
열려있는 것처럼 보이지만 가로지르는 거미줄을 보면 열려있지 않은 것 같군. 채광창이 닫혀 있는데 따라란.
하.
따라란.
오. 하. 하.
마땅히 또 찾을게. 짜라짜라짜라짜. 살펴볼 거 다 살펴본 것 같은데?
오. 오.
뭐 또 찾을 게 있는 거지? 여기 뭔가 있네? 보건실로 향하는 문.
아.
문이 두 개 있었구나.
Gentlemen, I have called the police and they should arrive shortly. What can I...
Do you still hold the master key?
Of course. You are the only other person who has had access to it.
Très bien. Please keep it close. I believe the thief may be one of the guests here today.
따따따라라. 이블린이 열쇠를 가지고 있다. 따따따라단.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
보건실 문이 열쇠였지요?
Monsieur Hastings, I pose this question to you. If Mademoiselle Warbeck still has the master key,
Is she not a suspect herself?
très bien.
잊어먹었을 수도 있지. 왜 이블린은 용의자가 아닐까? 이블린은 지식이 없었고 신경 쓰지 않았어.
Mademoiselle Warbeck is likely not our thief. The real thief did not care about the museum and what is hung on its walls.
At some time during this evening's festivities, the key was taken from her pocket and used in the restoration room door without her knowing.
아니 주머니를 어떻게 관리했길래? 어? 지금 저 여자들 옷 입은 거 보면 다 몸매에 드러난 옷들 아닌가요? 몸에 바짝 달라붙은 옷들? 그런 옷들을 입고 있는데 누가 주머니에서 슬쩍 열쇠 빼가는 걸 모르고 있었다고? 평소 얼마나 남자랑 터치를 많이 하며 살아왔던 걸까?
If we find the pickpocket,
전부 유죄다.
First, we must search the restoration room.
짜라잔. 아니 이런 옷차림을 이렇게 몸에 달라붙어 있는 옷을 입고 있는데 누가 자기 소매에 손 넣어갖고 열쇠 훔쳐가는 걸 몰랐대잖아.
I am Detective Hercule Poirot of the Belgian Police Force. I was charged with the safety of the missing painting has indeed cut the celebrations of the gala short. And so, with your cooperation, I ask that you all remain within the building. And I intend to speak with you all.
개별 면담하자.
If I was the thief, I would certainly be worried after a speech like that.
Monsieur Hastings.
I know, but I can make myself useful elsewhere.
따라단. 예수쟁이가 훔쳐간 것 같아요. 예수쟁이가 딱 막달리아라고 하면은 예수쟁이들이 싫어하는 이름이잖아. 다빈치 코드에 나왔던 이름이기 때문에 네. 예수쟁이가 훔쳐간 것 같아. 짜짜짜짠.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Christiansen. That is certainly one way to describe it. Perhaps you...
I was with Betty most of the evening. She wasn't feeling herself. I'm glad I didn't leave and miss out on all of this. Don't tell me you don't get a little thrill when a new case appears.
I do not think about such thrills, Monsieur.
All business, no pleasure, I see. I remember seeing...
The Bishop.
Yes, him. He came down the stairs just before Mr. Aylesworth recovered.
샴페인 사건?
I believe every soul in the museum did. Or
So I look like the bad guy,
a bully?
She made some pretty awful comments about Betty and her career.
베티의 경력에 대해
And I
끔찍한
wasn't
말을
just going to
했다고?
stand by and let her say whatever she wanted.
여자들의 뒷담화란 또
You should lock her up for what she did to me. She's unhinged.
무슨 짓을 했는데?
Are you married, Detective Poirot?
I am not.
Then heed my warning. If your wife...
Merci, Monsieur.
따라따.
Is there something I am not? Logical thinking shall always prevail.
무쇼와 크리스티안센은 사건 사건 외에 알리바이가 없어.
What a revelation! The evidence suggests something else. Another success. I must take a different approach. Where is the sense in that? Something. I cannot see the logic in this. I must act. The evidence suggests something. Order and method. Voila.
짜자잔. 좋았어. 대화는 끝났고. 아, 얘들이랑 대화 해봅시다. 추리는 끝났고.
Bonsoir, mademoiselle.
It seems trouble.
So it...
I saw Betty leave the main hall and head for the West Wing after the whole champagne debacle. What do you think that was all about?
It is not my job to speculate on such private matters.
If there is someone who can.
Merci, mademoiselle.
베티. 요한. 따따따라라. 아이린.
Mademoiselle, if...
Look around you, detective. Out.
Regarding the guests of the gala,
I met that delightful Farquhar girl, the art critic.
your talk on the balcony went well, I presume.
Well, indeed. We weren't up there for long before the poor politician was... Before I wasted a perfectly good glass of champagne on that man, you mean?
That is certainly one way.
I'd hardly call him trying to push himself upon me as a story.
집적됐다라고? 저 남자는 아내를 모욕했다 그랬는데?
With his wife in the same room?
You think a man with that much arrogance cares?
Merci, mademoiselle.
말이 다른데? 두 년놈이?
I must take a I should consider this further. I must act on. Come now. This will not get me any closer to my goal.
자, 정보를 더 캐봐야 될 것 같은데? 따라단.
Bonsoir,
Please, detective.
What?
Well,
기억나는
I
거?
had the pleasure of meeting.
Modesty is
즐거웠다.
the color of virtue. Now, mademoiselle, you were saying.
따라단. 따라단. 방곰이 행운할 때 수산업자 탓이라고 하는 것과 투수가 방장님 개못해야 하는 것 같은 차이인가요? 무슨 말인지 잘 못 알아듣겠습니다.
Oh yes. I did notice the actress.
여배우와 정치인이 매운 메인홀로 들어왔다.
And the other.
I saw. It was much earlier in the night.
You have been. Madame Warbeck.
I
있던
was
일.
rather busy, as you saw, especially with Irene and her disappearing act.
Disappearing act. An artist and a magician.
She was nowhere to be found. Then I saw her throwing her glass of champagne at Mrs. Allen's
아이린이 샴페인 잔을
husband. I was
던졌다.
hoping to speak. Mr. Christiansen, Betty Allen's husband. After the theft, on my way to telephone the police, he was looking for something in the West Wing.
그래?
Merci, mademoiselle.
너희 새끼들.
Bonsoir, Your Excellency.
I should be addressed as your...
Pardon. I did not.
It is quite all right. Now, if I must, I was talking with Mr. A.
Would you care to...
You were not present for that conversation, and I hardly think it... He left, and I spoke briefly to...
심장마비를
Who would
느꼈을
have
때
thought the reveal of the missing...
Perhaps a warning to us all that...
Are you trying to say...
Your Grace has misinterpreted my meaning.
Then maybe you should think before you speak.
러시아 사람과 말을 하고 있었다.
I thought I would make myself useful. and,
영국이에요?
I think I found some things of...
Bon. I shall go and retrieve them now.
Oh,
Fantastic.
The answer was staring me in the face. Something just...
요한을 찾아다녔다.
I should not be surprised by my...
크리스탄께는 삽변 사건 이전의 알리바이가 없고
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of...
샴페인 사건 이후의 알리바이가 없고 좋았어. 자, 해결이 됐고요. 헤이스탕스 얘기해보자. 자, 어서오세요. 네.
what can I do for you? Merci. What can I...
따따따라란.
Merci.
얘기할 게 없는데? 뭘 해야 되지, 이제? 용의자들과 대화 다 나누지 않았어? 더 이상 나눌 대화가 없지 않나?
I'm not sure what I can say.
Merci, mademoiselle.
따따따라따따라란.
I have nothing to hide.
Merci, mademoiselle.
따따라따따따따따라란.
More question.
Merci.
자, 메시 무슈.
If it'll help retrieve...
Merci.
따따따란. 자, 문 열고 들어가자. 위층으로 못 가고 대포 그림 요것도 그림 요건 대포 그림.
아, 음,
이마트 우유 2.4리터라고요? 괜찮네요.
하,
자, 메인으로 돌아가봐. 따따따라란.
If it'll help retrieve the paint.
Merci, mademoiselle.
어?
What can I...
Merci.
엉?
It would be my pleasure.
You have been...
이 아저씨한테 가서 말을 걸어봐.
Very well. Merci.
뭘 해야 되는 거지? 진행 상황이 상당히 불친절한 게임이네요.
More question.
질문 없어. 나도 별 질문 없는데. 네.
I have nothing to hide.
Merci, mademoiselle.
I'm not sure what I can say that'll.
Merci, madame.
What can I...
Merci, monsieur.
문 열고 들어가.
아하,
하트 모양.
아하, 아하.
저런 거를 저 벽 뒤에 숨겨놓으니까 사람이 찾을 수가 있나?
I have nothing to hide.
Merci, madame.
따따따라란. 들어가봐 다시. 따따따라라. 열쇠를 누가 갖고 있는 거야?
음흠.
자, 온갖 곳을 다 쑤시고 다녀야겠네요. 마드모아젤이 갖고 있겠지 했으니까 여자가 갖고 있는 건 맞겠지?
If it'll help retrieve.
Merci, ma...
It would be my pleasure.
You have...
따라단.
Welcome.
나가.
I'm not sure what I can.
Merci.
I have nothing to.
Merci, madame.
More questions.
Merci.
자, 뭘 찾아야 되지, 지금?
If it'll help retrieve.
Merci, mademoiselle. That is all for...
Very well.
Merci.
뭔가가 없어. 따따따따따라란. 뭐야 이게? 아니 벽을 가려놓으면 어떻게 진짜? 벽 뒤를 가려놓으면 어떻게?
아.
여성용 모습. 아니, 일크니언님 반갑습니다. 이블린과 대화하기. 됐다. 개 못한다고요? 원래 이런 게임은 네, 느긋하게 여기저기 좀 둘러보면서 하는 거예요. 따따따라단. 시점이 분명히 카메라가 돌아가는 데가 있다 그랬는데, 네. 아까 튜토리얼에서는 들어갔는데, 네. 여기서는 안 돌아가는데? 네.
If it'll help retrieve. Of course.
Mademoiselle,
I'm sorry. You said.
I was not expecting Mademoiselle Warbeck's hesitation.
Mademoiselle Warbeck, I really must insist on access to the restoration room. I find your reluctance to oblige.
Now listen. I am the curator.
Miss Warbeck, will you let the man in? I, for one, would like to get to the bottom of
왜 했던 말 뜯었냐고요?
Please, Eva.
찾아야 되니까요. 네.
Let's not drag this on all night.
원래 검찰 수사에서도 사람들이 이제 같은 질문 계속 반복하는 이유가 네, 말실수를 유도하기 위해서 같은 질문을 반복합니다. 만약에 오온님이 8월 1일 날 왜 등산에 관악산에 너클 들고 올라가셨죠? 그런 질문을 하면은 네. 했던 질문을 계속 반복하다 보면은 네. 실수해 갖고 네. 다른 말 할 수 있거든요. 아이 그날 나가 무슨 너클 갖고 산에 올라가요. 그날은 저 다음 밥 보고 있었는데요. 이 소리 하다가 네. 갑자기 또 이젠 8월 2일 날 네. 다음 밥 보러 가셨다 그랬죠? 그러면은 이제 갑자기 아닌데 그날은 이제 너클 들고 산에 올라갔는데 하고 네. 말실수 하는 날이 나오기 때문에.
That's me?
Detective Inspector Hardwick. I was...
Yes.
Stolen. Detective Hercule Poirot of the Belgian... How do you do, Detective Inspector Hardwick?
Well, thank you for that introduction, Mr. Poirot.
But you see, not only do I have a considerable personal stake in this matter, I also possess undoubtedly the finest investigatory mind in all of Belgium.
I'm sure Belgium thinks you're the bee's knees, but we'll be just fine and dandy.
I must insist, Inspector.
Bloody hell. I don't have time for this. Will someone try and get through to this?
Dear Mr. Poirot, I know you meant well, but perhaps now is not the time to push the inspector's buttons.
Très bien.
거의 3장?